Hello lovely ladies, how are we doing this lovely Thursday? How are we all getting on? Welcome to my Thursday live, which today is all about celebrating the small stuff so we can really give ourselves a break. Let me know, as ever, let me know if you're here live. Do pop something in the comments so that I can actually see that you're live, and if you've got any questions or have anything as we go through, please just, oh, Chantal, bonjour, I haven't seen you for ages. Lovely to see you. So great to see you. So if you are here live, do pop a hey in the comments. Do join in with the conversation today rather than me just sort of talking to you. Hey Claire, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you. And if you're catching up on replay, I know a lot of people do catch up on replay, so do a hashtag replay. So, how is your week going, first of all? How's your week going? I've just got off FaceTime with my son, who is in Cos. He went to Cos on Tuesday with his girlfriend, so it's the first coupley holiday that they've been on. So, and we've just had a FaceTime, and I think it's really nice that he's kind of 20 years old, away with his girlfriend, and he still has the time to phone his mommy. So, which is lovely, really lovely to see him, and really lovely to see him chilled out, you know, because I think these youngsters, they've had a tough time, haven't they? So it was really lovely to catch up with him. So let me know what you've been doing this week, what you've done today. Hey Simone, lovely to see you as well. So do let me know how your week has been, how it's going. We've had, you know, in a few of my kind of programs, we've had a couple of up and down weeks actually. So it's really easy, I think. And that's kind of why I'm sort of doing today's session, because it's a bit of a reminder session today. Because it's all really easy when we're in business and we map our goals out, we map out the big plans, and we kind of like put that stake in the sand, don't we? We put the flag in the sand, the finishing line, and then we kind of go, when I get there, that's when I'm celebrating it. That's when I'm enjoying it all. Which is really great if you're expected a nice straight line. But we all know, don't we? We all know what's wrong with that. We all know that life gets in the way. Life gets in the way. So there are going to be obstacles along the way. It's not going to be a straight line. And that's one of the things that I've kind of found over the last couple of weeks, that things have been a bit up and down. So Claire, this week hasn't been great for you. You've given yourself a break today, currently lying on a blanket in a field. You needed fresh air and a green space. Oh Claire, do you know, I'm sorry you've not had a great week. But actually that fits in so nicely with actually what I'm talking about today. Because I think what we do, we all expect that it's all going to be hunky-dory, don't we? That, you know, we're kind of in business and, you know, that it's then going to be this perfectly straight line. And then when it's not, that's when we start beating ourselves up. That's when we start comparing ourselves to other people. You know, why is everyone else getting the results but me? We get overwhelmed and think we're never going to get to where we want to go to. So actually what we then start doing is we start working harder and harder. We start pushing and pushing because we think that's what what's needed to get the results, to actually keep going, you know, really harder at it. When it's actually the opposite. It's actually the opposite, because when we do that, when we're doing all of that, we then skip over the enjoyment of the process and all the good things that have actually happened. We focus on what we don't have or what we don't want. You know, I don't want to be working all the hours that, you know, but if I don't do this, I'm not going to get the results. So we start then focusing on all of the things that we don't want to do. And then we start saying, oh, but, you know, I haven't got these clients yet, or I haven't sold all of this yet. And so we're focusing on the wrong things there. We're focusing on the things there that, you know, we don't have. We, you know, all of the lack stuff. So let me know, Claire, I'm glad that you took the fresh air and stepped out in there, because that's one of the things that I'm doing as well. I'm absolutely loving at the moment that I'm scheduling in my diary actually taking time away. So actually the hours I'm working is less, but I'm far more productive. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment of what I've been doing. But, you know, getting the fresh air and, you know, being grateful that we've got this. I've got lovely fields on my doorstep and that I can walk in nature very easily. And I think it's really important to our well-being. And in fact, one of my ladies that has kind of had a couple of up and down weeks and has put a lot of pressure on herself. She's really beat herself up because, you know, she's getting overwhelmed. She knows she's got a lot to do, or she thinks she's got more than she has to do. And actually, you know, we've spoken in the last week and she has committed to every single day this week walking to the beach, which is only 5 minutes away for her, which she's very, very lucky to have right on her doorstep, but taking a lunch break, leaving her phone, leaving everything, and actually taking a break to walk to the beach and chilling out for half an hour at the beach. It's really, really important to do that. So one of the things I want you to do is I want you to take a step back first of all and breathe and just know that you are in the right place for you right now. There isn't really competition at all. As you know, for me, I believe that everyone's got their unique talents. Everybody has got something that somebody else wants. And so I really want you to take a step. I know, great idea, isn't it? Lunch on the beach, you know, it's lovely. I haven't got a beach on my doorstep, but I have got lots of fields and, you know, nature, so I'm doing that. But yeah, find your place. Let's just, yeah, so Claire, you've put too much pressure on yourself and taken on too much for others. You're using that time to look, at what you need to do to move forward and not lose the plot completely. Absolutely. And hopefully today, I'm going to give you some tips as well that's going to help you today that I've really, really work and are very, very useful. So do let me know which ones are the ones that you're kind of going to start first. So one of the things that I encourage all of my ladies in all of my programs, both my accelerator program and the mastermind, is to celebrate the small wins too. And if any of you are in the program at the moment and you've kind of forgotten to be doing this, get back onto the platform and download your, you know, the little PDF that we've got for those small wins and get doing those every single day. Because it's very easy to lose track of those things. So it's the thing that a lot of people forget to actually do. And instead they think they can only celebrate when they've hit the big finish line of the goal, which actually is totally rubbish, because I don't know about you, but actually hitting the kind of the actual goal never really lives up to what you thought it would be anyway, if you've missed the enjoyment of the journey getting there. You know, if you've actually set your goal that you want to, you know, fill your program with, you know, 20 people in your program, and then, but you've actually worked yourself to the ground and you're burnt out along the way, and you're actually begrudging doing it, then even when you get those 20 clients, it kind of doesn't really it's not very congruent, is it? So I don't know about you, but you know, sometimes I think the journey of that achievement, the actual journey for me, is far more more important and far more enjoyable than the actual end goal. Because I don't know about you, but once I've hit that 20 clients, for instance, that becomes irrelevant and I'm on to the next thing anyway. I'm kind of going, right, if I've done 20, I want 25 now. And, you know, I want 10 grand. Oh, I want 20 grand now. So it's really about enjoying it along the way. Hey, Emma, lovely to see you, lovely. So success is a journey. It's not the destination. I know you've probably heard that loads of times, but I really want you to step into that and actually really enjoy it. So celebrating the little wins is absolutely critical. It really allows you to notice and pay attention to the present moment. And it reminds you that that you're making progress. And that progress in itself, it feels so, so good. So I want you to really accept and acknowledge the small wins as those stepping stones and the actual platform that's going to catapult your success. So let go of any excuses you've kind of got, sort of said at the moment. Well, you know, I've got to work 20 hours a day at the moment because of X, Y, Z, or, you know, I can't put my program out yet because I'm still doing this, this and this. Let go of all of the excuses and the self-sabotages that you've been doing. And I want you to, everybody, this is a task for everybody today, to look back over the last 8 weeks. Just look back, and I bet you will be really surprised at how much you've actually done in that time. And actually, the thing to add to that is if you are really, really stuck, so if you look back at the last 8 weeks and go, do you know what? Actually, now I look at it, I really am at exactly the same place I was 8 weeks ago. Something needs to change. Something needs to change for you. You need to do something different. So perhaps it's time then for you to look at getting a coach or a mentor that's actually going to help you move forward. Because you really don't have to do this on your own. But if you keep on looping, you're really going to, you know, it's not good for your well-being to do that. So if you really are genuinely at the same place when you do that review of the last 8 weeks, then message me and we can actually have a chat about how I can move you forward. Because that's what we don't want to do with that. But I bet you, I'm laying money now, that if you look back over the 8 weeks, you are going to be way ahead of where you thought you were. It's just you're not paying attention to those small things. So I want you to pause and really celebrate the small wins, the small victories for you. So even if it's as simple as that you've cleared, I know something I did, and it's a really simple one. So I screenshotted my screen on my phone, because I noticed that the amount of emails, this is a bad thing actually, this is a bad thing, but it was 888, and that's a really good number, in the kind of angel numbers. It's a great number. But what it also highlighted was that I'd got 40 messages in my messages. So actually what I did, I cleared all of those messages, and I think I cleared about 100 out of my inbox. So yeah, okay. So I still had like 788 to go in my, yeah, it is, exactly. It's the number for financial prosperity. So that's why I was doing that, because I'm working on a money mindset workshop. So I saw that and I thought, how significant is that? So I did clear, so although I had loads of emails still there, the actual satisfaction that I got of clearing my whole messages out and getting rid of some of my emails, I felt massive satisfaction. It was progress. And it feels really good. It gets that dopamine and all of the happiness hormones going for us. So I want you to celebrate every single win, no matter how small it seems. So for me this week, my wins are that I have had a full 1 hour lunch break every day. Every single day I've taken a full hour. I've come away from my desk, I've cooked lunch, and I've sat down with my daughter most of the time, and we've had a nice relaxing time, or I've gone out for a walk. So that is a massive win. It might be a small thing, just taking a lunch break, but it's massive progress. I've also recently introduced something called the Pomodoro technique into my diary, into my working day. And I'm finding that's working really, really well too. So they are my small steps that are actually contributing to the bigger things. We've got some comments coming up here, so let me just take a look. So Chantel, you're back to scheduling your week in detail and just starting using Monday to, I can't see that. I need to put my glasses on. I don't know what I've done with my glasses. You manage your tasks. So yeah, absolutely. And again, that's something that I've done, is really about making my diary so my diary is working for me rather than me working for my diary, rather than me working for a to-do list. So that's where this kind of Pomodoro technique comes in, and the kind of the schedule that I've got in my diary. It's worked really well. So yeah, 8 is the number. You've got, so Chantal, you've got 2,222 unread emails. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. So what small thing can you do to reduce, although 222 is a really nice significant number, but maybe you could get it down to 111. 1111, another great number. But what progress you'd make if you did that. Els, you had 8 clients on your demo class on Monday. Massive. That's a massive win anyway. Miranda, your wins, you've meditated every morning and you've kept to doing 30 leg lifts to strengthen your abdomen, so your abs. Amazing. Chantal, you left your desk early yesterday and treated yourself to a free coffee and muffin yesterday. I absolutely love that. Chantal, yeah, the Polymedora technique is really great. It really is. And Emma, yeah, it's something we've done with my mastermind ladies as well. It really works so well. So I want you to really, think about your small things. And if you don't log those little steps, you'll easily forget them. So I want you to be noting those down every single day. If anybody wants my PDF worksheet for celebrating those small wins, then do drop me a note or pop a note in the comments and I can get that sent to you. It's something that we do in all of my programs. We log every one of our small wins. Because we also do accountability in my program too. So what happens if you don't make note of the small wins, when it comes to doing your weekly accountability, you kind of go, actually, what you end up doing is you focus in on what you haven't done yet rather than what you have achieved. So we go, so when you're doing, it's a great way of kind of going, oh my goodness, look at all of this that I've done this week. And it's really brilliant for boosting, confidence and your motivation. Yeah, no worries, Claire, I will get that sent out to you. I'll put it on Messenger for you. So yeah, absolutely, definitely note down all your small wins. Because the thing is you don't have to wait for that final bit. You don't have to wait for that. You can be really happy right now. If I allowed myself to kind of dwell on all of my shortcomings, because we all have them, or how far I've still got to go with something, you might just give up. You might give up with that. You might say, it's not worth it. I'm not getting anywhere. I've got all of this to do. What's the use of doing it? Have you ever felt like that? Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt like that. The point is you've got to watch what you focus on. I know I talk about this a lot, but if you focus on the things that you want to grow, then you'll get more of it. So as you are starting to make a note of all of those small wins, you can actually, that's you're giving your attention, you're celebrating the little victories, and then you're going, I am successful. Look at all of this that I've done. I am on the right path. And it lifts your spirits and gives you the boost you need to keep going. So really, that's your first thing, is to really make a note of that. And then what I also want you to do is lower your expectations. Lower your expectations. So I want you to be really, thinking about, today I'm going to do better than yesterday. I'm not going to beat myself up that I'm still learning along this fabulous learning curve that we call business. Because every winner, every success story has to start somewhere. Look at Emma Rama. What's her full name? The tennis. I can't think of how you say her name. Oh, you know who I mean. Emma Rama. Oh, what's her full name? Anyway, look at her. If she'd have given up at Wimbledon, she wouldn't have gone on to win the American Open, would she? So I want you to just be saying, what little steps can I do that is better than I did yesterday? And build on that. That's your starting point. There's, go easy on the judgment of yourself. So lower your expectations, and as long as you can get to where you were than you were yesterday, that is, absolutely amazing. Emma, the MSMA program, yeah, you're on the Mega Success Mindset Accelerator program with me, has really helped you to focus on the positives rather than the negatives, to let them go. Yeah, absolutely. We really, when we change our focus and reframe it, so we say, even if you just say, I haven't achieved that yet, then it's fabulous to do that. It really changes the way we think, really does. And and when you also, the other thing is when you find yourself comparing yourself to others, because I know we all do it. Again, we all do it. And when you start thinking that you're not as good as them, and I want you to start looking at those that are inspiring you. Doing the things that you want to do, but rather than looking at it as oh, I'm jealous of them, why have they got that and I can't get there? I want you to just look at their success habits, the behaviours that they have. What are they doing? And instead of you kind of going, they have this and I only have that, use them for inspiration. And what are the actions that they're doing that you can model and you can implement? Do they have a morning routine that you could actually do too? Look at it in that way. And also the one thing that I really love is about gratitude as well. Developing that mindset of gratitude is so important. It really focuses us on those positive experiences, and it really makes us be grateful for everything that we have got rather than the stuff that we haven't got yet. So if it's people in your life, that ability, like I said, the ability I've got to go walk in nature, a business achievement, or something even really small, like, do you know what? I managed to have a full hour to myself and I went out and put the washing on or something like that. Or I really focused on making sure I got a nutritious breakfast. Really focusing on the smaller things that bring you joy. And I also want you to think about rewarding your successes, rewarding those small successes. Do you remember reward charts for your children? Did you ever do that? I did it. I did reward charts, and if my daughter is watching, then she'll remember the reward charts that we used to do, and how excited both of them would get when they'd done something and then they got a gold star for it, and they went and put it on the chart and they saw those gold stars mounting. It was amazing. So I want you to do a similar sort of thing. What can you do to reward yourself for all of these small steps, these small wins that you are doing? Whether it's, and you might already do something like this, so let me know in the comments what you do. But it might be a long soak in the bath. It might be, when you put loads of bath bombs in there. It might be having a glass of wine on a Friday evening at the end of the week. It might be going out for dinner. It doesn't have to cost loads. It just needs to be that you set your intention at the beginning of the week, and that you then actually, give yourself a reward for achieving the small things that you've achieved that are all contributing to you being successful. So recognizing those small steps and how they contribute to the bigger picture, and then rewarding yourself for it. And then the last thing I want you to do, there's lots in here, so I will kind of abbreviate some of these. The last thing I want you to do is to tell people about these small wins. So really within all of my groups, again, I really encourage the ladies to talk about their small wins. We've got, all of them, that if any of them are here, I know Emma's here, but the tribe that I build within my groups is absolutely integral to the success of the programs. It's a really safe environment too, so there's no judgment, no shame. It's all hugely positive. And when you talk about your small wins, you then get that positive feedback, and that's going to motivate you as well. So it's all of those incremental wins that are going to lead to those larger wins. So you focus on the positives and the successes rather than selectively focusing on what you haven't got yet. All those little obstacles, all the little setbacks. because all they're going to do is just self-sabotage you. They're going to keep you stuck, you know, coming up and keeping you in your comfort zone. So, you know, oh, Chantel, I can't actually see that again. I must. Oh, so you pay yourself 10 pence per task done. You pay yourself at the end of the month with that. Yeah, you know, again, I used to with my children. We used to get a coin and get some paper over it, you know, rub it so you get the imprint of it. And we'd cut out all of those, and they would actually put those on, and depending on what they did was depending on what coin they got. And again, at the end of the week, we'd give them that in money as well. So there's lots of things that you can really play around with to give yourselves your rewards to do that. And I must remember to put my glasses on the next time I do this, because I can't see half of the comments coming in. I'm kind of just guessing bits of it and doing that. So I must remember to do that. So yeah, Emma, you second that. We inspire and motivate each other in the MSMA group. So sometimes you don't realise how big a win is until you share it. Exactly. And actually, do you know what else it does as well? It actually, for all of the other ladies, it makes them know that it's okay, that everybody is going through these ups and downs. And when you include people in that, it also makes you realise you're not the only one with stuff going on, and actually you're in it together. You're in it together. So let me know, what small wins have you had, and what will you do to celebrate your journeys? So pop it in my group in Boss Babe. Pop it in. Just let me know what your, maybe at the end of the week we do a Fizz Friday. On a Friday in my group, pop in your small wins. And also let me know how you're going to be celebrating those small wins. And we'll celebrate with you then on Friday. And let me know what your ahas are from today. Just pop those in. I do read all of the comments back when I put my glasses on later on. So if you're catching up on replay, do remember to do #replay. Let me know what your ahas are from today. Okay, so that is it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed that. And I hope that you've found a benefit from that today. So do let me know in the comments. And like I said, if you do want my little PDF, pop that in. I'll get that sent out to you. I'm actually going to be off having my hair done now. That's my little treat for the week. I'm having my hair done. Gosh, do I need it. So I'm having my hair done now, so I will be offline for a couple of hours. So I will come back to any of the comments afterwards. Oh, thank you, Chantal. It's lovely to see you here. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you next week.